APSSC Model Paper Section 4 Question and Answers. In this one, first 29th question. A. Show that root 11 is an irrational number. For this one, first we have to assume that root 11 is a rational number. Rational number is nothing but it is in the form of P by Q. P comma Q are the integers. Q should not be 0. Q not equal to 0. And GCD of P comma Q is 1. For this one, assumption is root 11 is an irrational number, no? So root 11 is equal to P by Q. For this one, squaring on both sides, you are going to be get like this. 11 is equal to P square by Q square. 11 Q square is equal to P square. That is nothing but P is equal to 11 multiple. That means 11 multiple means 11 is divided, 11 divides that P square. So P square divides 11. P divides 11. Let it be equations 1 and 2. P is equal to 11 into some constant C, where C is a constant. Put P is equal to 11 into C in first equation. That means we are going to get 11 Q square is equal to 11 into C square. We are going to get Q square is equal to 11 into C square. Again 11th multiple you are getting. That means Q is also divided by Q divides 11. Q divides 11. From 2 and 3, 11 is the common factor of both P comma Q, which is a contradiction to P comma Q have a common GCD of the P comma Q is equal to 1. That means there is no common factor other than 1 for the both P comma Q numbers. But here we got 11 as the common factor for the both. So this is our assumption is wrong. What is our assumption? Root 11 is a rational number is our assumption is wrong. So root 11 is an irrational number. Hence proved. Ninth question. B. Verify that 1 minus 1 and minus 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3 and check the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. First write the given polynomial p of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3. Here in compare the coefficients. A is equal to 1 you will get, b is equal to 3 you will get, c is equal to minus 1 is the coefficient of x square and d is equal to constant of minus 3. Given 1 minus 1 minus 3 are the zeros of the p of x. So zeros nothing but solutions. If you are substituting in place of x, these values 0 should come. Substitute. P of 1 is equal to, substitute in place of x 1, you will be get 0. Same as it is p of minus 1, p of minus 3. Same you are getting the answers as zeros. Therefore 1 minus 1 and minus 3 are the zeros of the p of x. Zeros nothing but roots. Therefore roots of p of x are, let it be alpha is equal to 1, alpha beta is equal to minus 1 and gamma is equal to minus 3. Consider, now we are going to give the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. For this one, consider alpha plus beta, sum of the roots, product of the roots and sum of the product of the two roots. Okay, now first alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to, substitute alpha beta gamma values, you will get minus 3 nothing but minus b by a you are getting. What is b here? 3. What is a here? 1. Minus b by a nothing but minus 3 by 1 minus 3 you are getting. That is equal to minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Now alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. Substitute alpha beta gamma values, you are going to be get like this. Minus 1 is equal to c by a. What is c here? Minus 1. A is 1. Minus 1 by 1 nothing but minus 1. The same value. So c by a. That is equal to coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. Last product of the roots. Alpha into beta into gamma. That is equal to substitute the values. 3 you are going to get. That is nothing but minus d by a. What is d here? Minus 3. Minus d by a. Minus of minus 3 in plus 3 by a 1. So the answer 3. So product of the roots 3 you are getting. Minus d by a. That is nothing but minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. Hence proved. This is the relationship between the product of the roots and the coefficients. Roots. Next 30 question A. Find the roots of the quadratic equation 2x square plus x minus 4 by the method of completing the squares. Completing the squares nothing but computing into square notations. Square notation is nothing but which notation we are going to be right. Since a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This notation you should be right. For this one, first consider the given a quadratic equation 2x square plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Take 2 as common, then you will going to get x square plus x by 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Move this 2 to that side, you will get as 0. After that, you have to write this one into this form, a plus b whole square notation form, completing into squares. So this notation has to be right. That is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square you should want. Here a square is there, so x square is there, plus 2ab, a is x, no, 2ab we want. B means here in the above equation 1 by 2 is there. So 1 by 2 you should write. Here 2ab notation 2 we are multiplying, no. So you should be divide with 2. That means I am not changing this x by 2. Same as it is I am writing x into 1 by 2. 2 multiply I am going to write now. So one time multiplied and one time divided. That's it. Plus that is nothing but x by 2 for this one. 1 plus b square we want, no. B square is what here? A is x, 2ab. So b should be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4. So b square I want, no. So 1 by 4 square. One time added means one time you should subtract. Minus 1 by 4 whole square minus 2 as it is equal to 0. This thing is the very important line. How to write into the a square plus 2ab plus b square notation. Whatever the things, if you are multiplying with 2, we should be divided with 2. If you are adding some quantity, we should subtract the same quantity. That's why the previous equation should not be changes anymore. Balancing the equation, this is nothing but. Okay, understand? One more time I am telling. A square x square plus 2ab I want, no, for this one. A square plus 2ab plus b square I want, no. So 2 into a is x, b is 1 by 2 is there here. So for this 1 by 2, right, as it is I am writing here 2 multiply I write. So 1 time I am dividing. This is nothing but 2a, the full thing is the b. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4. Next term is b square I want. So for this b square, 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 by 4 whole square. One time added, one time subtracted. Minus 2 equal to 0. As that's it. Now this full thing is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is nothing but a plus b whole square minus the leftover thing is minus 1 by 4 whole square minus 2 is equal to 0. X plus 1 by, move the constant terms to that side. You will get x plus 1 by 4 is equal to whole square is equal to 33 by 16. Removing the square, we will get as square root. Square root of 33 by root 16 means 4. So x is equal to root 33 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Plus or minus is as 1 time plus 1 time minus I take. So the roots are root 33 minus 1 by 4 or minus common, if you are taking minus as common, minus of root 33 plus 1 by 4. These are the roots of the given quadratic equation. 2x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. 30 question B. A storage tank consists of a circular cylinder with a hemisphere struck on either end. If the external diameter of the cylinder is 1.4 meters and its length 8 meters, find the cost of painting the outside at the rate of 20 rupees per meter square. That means the circular cylinder is, this is a cylinder with both edges with hemisphere. For this one, external diameter is 1.4 they given, and the length of the cylinder is, this is nothing but height it will become. If you are making as a it will be height of the cylinder 8 meters. So whatever the given things you write down first. External diameter is 1.4 and length is nothing but height 8 meters. Now we have to be paint this one full outside of this diagram means curved total surface area you should be fine. For this one, 2 hemispheres are there, no? So 2 hemispheres curved surface area plus curved surface area of the cylinder. For this both formulas we should be right. That means 2 into curved surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square and curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. Substitute the values. Pi is equal to 22 by 7 and hemisphere radius r is equal to, this is the full thing is the diameter 1.4. So radius will be half of this one. So 0.7 you will be get. And okay, 0.7 into 0.7 plus 2 into pi is 22 by 7, r is equal to 0.7 and height is equal to 8 meters. Substitute those values, and if you solve this one, you will be get as 41.36 meters square. The cost of painting per 1 meter square is equal to 20 rupees they are given. Then the cost of painting for these many meters, 41.36 meters square is equal to, multiply simply with 41.36 into 20. So 827.2 rupees, 827.2 you are going to be get as the answer. 31 question A. Evaluate the following. First one, sin square 15 plus sin square 75 degrees by cos square 36 plus cos square 54. And the second one is sin 5 degrees cos 85 degrees plus cos 5 degrees into sin 85 degrees. For this thing, first if you are taking the second equation, second one, sin 5 degrees plus cos 85 degrees, it is representing as sin A into, resembling as sin A into cos B plus cos A into sin B. This formula is nothing but sin of A plus B. So simply I applied the formula sin of 5 plus 85 degrees, that is nothing but sin 90 degrees. Sin 90 is 1. So 1 is the answer for this. 31 first one, if you are taking sin square 15 degrees plus sin square 75 degrees by cos square 36 plus cos square 54 degrees. This is 75 degrees can be written as 90 minus 15. Same as it is in the denominator. 54 can be written as 90 minus 34. If you are writing like this, sin square 15 degrees plus sin 90 minus A nothing but cos, you will be get cos A. So cos square 15 degrees you will be get. In the denominator also cos square 36 plus sin square 36 you will be get. Sin square A plus cos square A nothing but identity, first trigonometric identity is 1. So here sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1 by using this formula 1 by 1. So you are going to be get 1 as the answer. 31 question B. The table below shows the daily expenditure on a food for a 25 households in a locality. This is the table they given. For this one, find the mean daily expenditure on food. For this one, daily expenditure, you should write, this is a class intervals, and the number of householdings, this is nothing but frequencies. Now class mark you should be write this one as lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So 100 plus 150 by 2, you will be get 250 by 2, nothing but 125 are going to be get. Same as this, continue for all the remaining. 150 plus 200 nothing but 350 by 2, 350 by 2 nothing but 175. Like this you should find all the class marks. After that you write one more column, fi into xi, product of this column and this column, and write all those things. Now sum of the frequencies, sigma fi is equal to 25 you will be get, and sigma fi xi is, you should be write the sum of all these terms. Now 5275 you will get. Mean value is equal to, mean formula is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Substitute the values, 211 you are going to get. Therefore mean daily expenditure on food is equal to 211 rupees. 32a. From the top of a building, the angle of elevation of top of a cell tower is 60 degrees and the angle of depression to its foot is 45 degrees. That means one is building is there, one is cell tower is there. From the top of the building, if you observe the cell tower top, that its angle of elevation is 60 degrees he given. And from the top of the building, if you observe the cell tower foot, this is at the angle of depression 45 degrees he given. If the distance between the building and the tower is 7 meters, this is the building, AB is the building, and this is CD is the cell tower, the distance between this one is 7 meters they given. Then find the height of this cell tower is how much. First you should draw the diagram like this. After that, this is 60 degree, 45 degrees, you observe, draw a line parallel to this like this. In triangle, first you consider in triangle ABD. In this triangle ABD, this is the parallel lines. If you are supposed this is 45, alternate angles are equal. So this is 45 means this is also 45 will be get. First you observe in triangle ABD, apply the tan 45. Tan 45 nothing but opposite by adjacent. So AB by AD. AD we know that is as 7. So AB by AD, tan 45 is 1. So AB you are going to be get 7. This is 7. This is one rectangular shape you are going to be get. In rectangle opposite sides are equal. So this is 7 means this B length is also 7. AB is 7 means this ED is also 7. For this one, CD is a cell tower. We don't know that one. Let it be x degrees if you are x meters if you are supposing. Up to here, ED is equal to 7 means from the total if you subtract this one, the length of the CE you can able to be get. So x minus 7, CE means x minus 7 we are going to be get. Now let x, that only I write here, let CD is equal to x centimeters, less is nothing but length of the cell tower, height of the cell tower. Then CE is equal to x minus 7 centimeters. Now consider the triangle BCE. In this triangle BCE, apply tan 60 degrees. Tan 60 is equal to opposite by adjacent. So CE by BE, this is nothing but x minus 7 with this BE length is 7 you will get. Opposite sides are equal, so here 7 you will be get. So x minus 7 by 7. Cross multiplication if you are doing, you are going to be get like this. Height of the tower is equal to 7 into root 3 plus 1. Substitute root 3 is equal to 1.73. So 7 into 1.73 plus 1 you are going to be get 2 into the 2.73 into 7. So 19.1 meters you are going to be get. So height of the cell tower is equal to 19.1 meters. B question. One card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a queen of black color, a face card, a red face card, and a red jock. What is the probability of getting all these options? For this one solution, for this question, simply write this diagram for easy remembrance. Total number of cards is 52. In these 52 cards, 13, they are going to be divided into four groups. One is diamond group, one is heart group, one is color group, one is spade group. For each group, you are going to be get one queen, one king, and one jockey. And os is nothing but the value of 1, 2, 3 like this up to 10. This is 11, this is 12, and this is 13 is the values. This is diamond group, 13 cards, same as it is here 13, here 13, here 13. The total cards is 52. Now come to the question. A queen of a black color. What is the probability of getting a queen of a black color? Black color groups, how many are there? 2 are there. In these 2 groups, how many queens will be there? 1 queen here, here 1 queen. So the possibility of outcoming of queen is 2 divided by total number of the groups. Total number of the cards 2, 52. So if you are doing the cancellation 1 by 26 you are going to be get. Next, what is the probability of getting a face card? Face card is nothing but how many faces you can be able to see in a total number of the cards. Jockey is 1 face, king is 1 face, and queen is 1 face. Here 3 are there in this group. In this group 3, in this group 3, in this group 3. Totally 12 are there. Number of face cards will be 12. The number of possible outcomes by total number of outcomes if you are writing 12 by total number of the cards 52. So 12 by 52 if you are doing the cancellation 3 by 13 you are going to be get. Next one, what is the probability of getting a red face? Red face means this is one group, this is one group. In this face, how many faces are there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Totally 6 are there. So 6 divided by total number of the cards 52. Do the cancellation 3 by 26 you are going to be get. The fourth one, what is the probability of getting a red jock? Red jock how many means? Red jock means 2 groups are there. In these 2 groups jockeys are here 1 jockey, here 1 jockey. So what is the possible outcomes of jockey here? 2. So the possible outcomes by total number of the cards. 2 divided by total is 52. If you are doing the cancellation 1 by 26. Okay. 3 question A. Solve the linear equation 2x minus 3y is equal to 6 and 4x minus 6y is equal to 12 graphically. If you observe the two linear equations 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. In this one if you can take 2 as common, 2x minus 3y is equal to 6 only you are getting. That means both equations are same, nothing but if you are going to do the graph, both will come same line you are going to be. If one of the line, one more line it will become. There is nothing but both lines will be the coincidence lines we will call. For this one graphically how will you prove means, first equation you should write 2x minus 3y is equal to write, take x value one side and write this one. In place of x if you are putting, for this one 3 values is enough but I took here 4 values. If you are your wish that one, better to write only 3. Now if you are taking x is equal to 0, in place of x if I am putting the 0, 3y is equal to minus 6 you will be get, y is equal to minus 6 by 3 minus 2. You will be get same as it is. In place of y, if you are putting 0, this full thing will be 0. X is equal to 6 by 2, nothing but 3 you will get. Same like that. If x is equal to minus 3, if I are forgetting the integer value, I took simply this one, minus 3, one negative value. If you are taking minus 3, cross multiply, if you are doing minus 6, plus minus 6, it will become this side, minus 12. Minus 12 divided by 3, minus 4 you will be get. Now take x1 positive here, 1. If you are taking as 1, 3 values is enough. This is the optional value, leave it. 1, if you are taking 1 into 2, minus if you are taking that side, minus 6, minus 4 by 3 is nothing but minus 1.3, like that you will be get. I told you here, if you are taking the 2 is common, both will be the same options only, the same x and y variables you will be get as it is. Okay, now draw the graph like this. X coordinate, y coordinate, x dash, y dash. If you observe all the points for 0 minus 2 means for this 0 minus 2, and 3 0 means for this value 3, x is 3, y is 0. Here you will be get minus 3 minus 4, nothing but for x is equal to minus 3, y is equal to minus 4. So observe, write all the points and draw the graph like this. If you are drawing first line, you will get like so, and the second line also on the above the line, same line only you will be get. Both lines are come like this, means the both lines are the coincident lines. 33b. Construct a triangle shadow similar to the given triangle ABC with its sides equal to 5 by 3 of the corresponding sides of the triangle ABC. For this one, rough diagram, if you draw, triangle ABC is our triangle. For this triangle, shadow triangle should be drawn. That shadow triangle is 5 by 3 of the given triangle. So 5 by 3 is which this is an improper fraction. Numerator is more than the denominator, so this is an improper fraction. For this one, shadow similar triangles, if you are drawing, it will come outside of the given triangle. So this is a rough diagram. The required triangle A, B dash, C dash is our required shadow similar triangle for the triangle ABC. This is rough diagram. If how to draw this one means you are going to get like this. First construction, I am going to first draw a triangle ABC with some measurements. I draw the triangle ABC. First, second one, from point A, draw a ray with respect to some acute angle. By making some acute angle, draw a ray. For this next third one, cut the ray into 5 equal parts by using the compass. Why to cut only 5 equal parts? Given here 5 by 3 parts, 5 by 3 equal parts we shall have to be do. So cut this one into 5 equal parts by using the compass with some any measurements from A point. Name that one as B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. Now from B3, why should you take B3 only? Denominator 3 is there no first. So first you should take 3. For the point B3, join B point. After that, with the help of the compass, you measure this angle is how much. This angle is how much. With the same measurement from the point B5, with the same measurement, you should draw a line so that you should cut the AB line. You extend that AB line. So where it touches that one should be right as, let it be B1. The same point here I wrote, from B3 joining B, measure the angle of the line joining B comma B3. For this angle I measured with the help of protractor with the same angle measurement from B5. Why should I take B5 only? Already I told by 5 by 3 parts which I have to do. So from the measure the angle with the same angle B5 and draw a line to touch the AB line. Let the intersecting point be B dash here I told. Now measure 7th point I wrote. Now measure the angle at B. This angle at B with the help of the protractor, measure the angle at B with the same angle, with this same angle from this point B dash with the same angle, draw one more line so that it should touch the AC line. Let the touching point be C dash. Now measure the angle at B with the same angle from the B dash, draw a line so that it is parallel to the BC so that it touches to AC line. Let the intersecting point be C dash. Intersecting point be C dash. So this A, B dash, C dash. this is the outside of the given triangle ABC. This is improper fraction, so you should, that's the required triangle, we should come out of the triangle. So A, B dash, C dash is our required triangle. Thanks for watching. For more videos, keep watching Wisdom Online Maths channel. If any comments, please subscribe, and write comments. Please like, share and subscribe Wisdom Online Maths channel. Thank you.